What is a major turnoff that's non-sexual? I like this more than the above answer of stupid. People being stupid doesn't really bother me as much as people being arrogantly ignorant. I understand that oftentimes stupidity manifests into arrogant ignorance because people don't realize how little they know, and their stupidity lends itself to being confident in views/behaviors that are ignorant, but it's just the wording for me. People can be stupid, but also kind, honest, etc. I like your response is what I'm trying to say. Ego, and self-centered. Currently struggling with this in my girlfriend. She's a lovely person with a genuinely good heart. But she monopolizes conversations, speaks rather judgmentally towards people, and can be condescending to those who don't do things as well or as successfully as her. Makes my stomach turn when she behaves that way. Ugh. Littering. My respect for people who litter is seriously lower than the respect I got for myself. Eating with their mouth open. Especially chewing gum. Would end a date without hesitation. My mom and sister chew so loudly you could mistake it with a jellybean video. Using being real/honest as an excuse to just be an asshole. People who aren't nice to animals. Sometimes being too smart can be a turn-off too. We don't need to overthink or understand everything perfectly. Not knowing can be blissful at times. Any kind of stupidity, because I'm thinking of the most stupid person I know, they're dumber than a bag of cat turds tbh, can't even sugarcoat it. They also happen to be the most sincere, friendliest, generous, helpful, warm-hearted and gentle people I've ever met in my life. Not his fault he wasn't born with a high level of intellect, and no, this isn't lack of education. He really is just a stupid, simple person. Think Forrest Gump minus the dumb luck success story. Treating service staff or food servers like crap, to me it shows you haven't had to work hard, or you don't respect people who are in those jobs. It's a tough job, constant movement and fast-paced. If you're an asshole to those people, you have no empathy. I remember hearing someone say, on a first date, pay attention to how they treat the waiter. That's how they'll be treating you in a year. Arrogance. Instant turn off. Not confidence, arrogance. On the opposite end is extremely low self-esteem. I struggle with self-esteem. So do some of my closest friends. However, high insecurity/extremely low self-esteem is also a turn-off. It's a balancing act. Obsessing over what other people think. Making fun of strangers for no reason. I've been with girls who have done this who thought I'd find it funny because I can be very sarcastic and playfully mean when I'm teasing someone but making fun of someone for no reason who's minding their own business. Good luck in all your future endeavors. When sex is their main sense of humor or topic of conversation, immaturity. Saying that I'm boring because I'm not into alcohol. Smart choice. Booze is just as bad as hard drugs immo. It's not a choice. The last thing I tried was a bit of vodka and was awful, am I blessed? LOL. Unwillingness to consider other people's point of view. Untrimmed fingernails on a guy. I equate this with general personal slovenliness. Body odor. I once worked with a nurse who happened to be from the South, I want to say, Louisiana. She wasn't outwardly blatantly racist, but she would say the weirdest shit. Like we were at a dinner at a fancier restaurant, and she loudly says, "Why is it, do you suppose, that there's no black people here?" Saying the phrase, "You know what I mean," after almost every sentence. I know what you mean. Bad hygiene. I struggled with it for much of my preteen and child life, but now it just grosses me out to the extreme if people don't have good hygiene. A holy behavior. Don't treat me, yourself, our families, friends or strangers like garbage and you'll keep your teeth in me. Body hair. This is a weird one for me. I really dislike hair on my own body and on others. I know I can't control others and it is natural, but something about having silly smooth legs and armpits softened by lotion makes me happy. Spitting on the ground. Whether or not chewing tobacco is involved. I've literally seen a guy, thought he's kinda cute, then saw him spit on the ground and went, never mind. Doing drugs and drinking heavily. Casual drinking now and again is fine, but heavily on it is a definite turn-off. As well as smoking. When girls are constantly fishing for compliments on social media. I can't compete with 5 million guys, and I don't really want to feel like I need to either. Burping and farting loudly. I get it, you are comfortable in your own skin and it's natural, but I am not comfortable in your gas clouds. Trying to force their religion to others even if the person doesn't want to change. Admitting you steal from places. Man, if you are willing to constantly steal things and I don't want you around me or my stuff. I was blinded by infatuation once and let this girl borrow my stuff. Needless to say, I only got half of it back. You can feel some people are just waiting for you finish so they can carry on talking about themselves while you're speaking. People like that are just not in touch with the world, have no curiosity or sense of what's going on around them, and probably won't be able to connect with you beyond an extremely superficial level. With me, that just immediately vaporizes any chance of sexual attraction to them. Being snobby. Being rude to customer service or servers is an automatic no-go for me. I was on a date before the pandemic where I met someone for the first date for happy hour apps and drinks. She was really rude to the server, who was nothing but sweet to us. At the end of the date I could see she didn't tip the server. Once I realized she was an asshat I asked to split the check. I tipped the girl extra for great service. On the way out I told her it was nice meeting her and walked back to my car. I could tell she was looking at me dumbfounded with my back turned to her for not kissing her goodnight. I didn't say anything mean. If you are that rude to wait staff you'll be doubly so with me. Forget that. Being rude/inconsiderate to service workers. Not tipping, not returning the cart to the cart corral, yelling/snapping at workers for things out of their control, etc. If you can't be kind to strangers, how can I expect you to be kind to me? Not respecting boundaries. Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Ended a friendship because of this. Repeatedly told the person that I didn't like the pranks they pulled and it went way too far with their last one. A month or 3 later that friendship got ended way too late if you ask me. Tuberculosis. Being on romantic date and busy looking at phone. Pathological liars. Especially when they keep at it, assuming nobody noticed. Nah, we noticed. We just want you to make yourself a bigger fool. Justifying behavior using astrology. TikTok activists. They make my blood boil. Smoking. I am immediately turned off by it. I used to work with the hottest girl. And the second I saw her with a cigarette I was immediately turned off. People who won't try new food or music. Having to be the center of attention. There are only 2 things I can't stand in this world. People who are intolerant of other people's cultures, and the Dutch. Acting like a child, being messy, being a hypocrite. Slurping a drink or soup. No respect for other cultures, beliefs and sexual orientation. And the Dutch. Putting your nasty ass feet on the dashboard. Also very dangerous. If they get in an accident and the passenger airbag deploys, their head is going halfway up their colon. The last thing going through their head will be their kneecaps. Putting a utensil with food residue on it into a condiment container, crumbs in the butter, mayo, etc., yuck. Snickering at someone as a group. Nothing screams, I'm narrow-minded, insecure and immature, than that kind of behavior. Unearned arrogance paired with delusional perception of reality. People that deal in absolutes. They're right, everything else is wrong no matter what. Especially politically or religious. Fuck those people. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. I will do what I must. You will try.